Welcome to Marvel Mondays. I'm Ammo.
I'm Trip.
And today we're talking about Avengers Age of Ultron. So, May 1st is the big day. Age of Ultron is coming out May 1st. We have the Hulk, we have Thor, we have Ultron, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, Black Widow, Hawkeye. You don't really care, but Hawkeye's in it. I mean, those who like archery. It's gonna be the highest grossing movie of all times. Beats Gone with the Wind. I'm calling it now. Gone with the Wind. You've had your time. It's been 100 years. Roll in the grave. Your time is done.
Why do you hate Gone with the Wind
I
so
actually
much?
like it, but doesn't have the Hulk.
Fair enough.
Yeah. What are you excited to see about this movie, Trip?
Oh my God, dude, there's so much I could talk about, but I feel like the number one for me is the Vision. Paul Bettany is a fine actor, you know, and it's great that they've kind of established like a mythology with him being the voice of Jarvis. So, yeah, I've actually stopped watching trailers at this point.
Agreed. Agreed.
I don't want to see anything until I see the movie.
Yes.
But Vision, what about you?
Avengers, they're getting their ass kicked. Ultron is whooping their ass in this movie. And we know we're seeing some dissension between Hulk and Iron Man. We know we're coming up with Captain America Civil War next year, so we know something's going to rift between these two. So there's a lot happening, a lot of unanswered questions. What happens to the Hulk? Because Hulk is not part of Civil War in the comics. So in the comics, Hulk goes to Planet Hulk.
Yeah, he f***ed off into space, basically.
Yeah, and the guys who f***ed him over, Doctor Strange, Mr. Fantastic, and Iron Man. And
Black Bolt was part of that too, as the Submariner, which we're not gonna. Well, we're not gonna see Black Bolt in Civil War because he's not introduced until the Inhumans.
And Doctor Strange has yet to get his film, and Mr. Fantastic is still owned by 20th Century Fox. So the only one who would logically, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, ship Hulk out is gonna be Iron Man.
Interesting.
It's a very fun time to be a nerd, a geek, a fanboy, a fangirl of the comics, because actually you're having all these speculations and you don't know what is going to be true until you see the movie.
But let me ask you a question. Do you think any of the Avengers are going to die?
Ooh.
And if so, who the f*** do you think is going to bite it?
It's tough to say. You can almost say maybe Scarlet Witch. What's her plan after this?
You think she's going to die?
Well, here's my theory, and this is just top of my head. She is the love interest with Hulk, apparently, right? This is what we're all reading in the
Scarlet Witch?
Scarlet Witch. I mean, Black Widow.
Okay.
Black Widow and the Hulk. As we've seen in the trailers and in the interviews, there's apparently a romance.
Sure. Yeah.
What if, in the battle, Black Widow dies and they blame Hulk? And therefore, Hulk is punished because Tony Stark realizes we can't control him. Look what he did to Black Widow.
I personally don't think anyone's going to fucking die.
That's another thing. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, they seem like they're enemies at the beginning of this film, and in other trailers, they're getting a speech by Hawkeye saying, "You go out there, you're an Avenger."
Much like Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver started off in the comics as villains before, you know, moving on. And even then, like, they definitely, you know, I mean, we don't want to go into the incestuous nature of their relationship in the comics.
Game of Marvel.
They're the Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are the Lannisters of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They like to f*** each other, is what we're saying. What do you think the final fate of Ultron is going to be? Because we know in the comics, basically, he can't die, and there's definitely like the way he upgrades his armor and shit like that. So, do you think that we are going to see Ultron come back in the near future?
I could definitely see him being brought back some part in some way for Infinity Wars.
Sure.
Because there's 2 parts to that. So he could just show up briefly in part 1 and that's it.
Yeah.
But it's not, his story is not over.
No. I'd say $10 in your left nut, the entire post-credit scene is going to be about Ultron surviving.
Ooh. All right, guys, catch us next week as Trip and I go to the movies and get to watch Age of Ultron, Avengers 2. Make sure to subscribe and comment below about your speculations.
All right.
Yeah,
that was awesome. Yeah.
All right, man. People, we love you. Thank you for watching. And go watch Age of Ultron. It's going to be awesome.
There are no strings on me.
Oh, yeah, there is. There's one right behind you.
Shut the fuck up.